Shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rachakadash. Double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to the Yaki and pushing his word with truth and sincerity with charity. Our the brothers from Great Millstone, Chicago, coming at you with another lesson. Lord willing, it be edifying. And we just want to go into the topic on always being in that mindset to meditate upon the scriptures. This is the book of Romans 15:4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. And that's the thing that we all, we have to remember that the things written in the scriptures, even though, people will say it was written by a man, ultimately those words came from Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the maker and the creator and the Lords of Lords, man. All right, this is his word. All right. So it is important to meditate upon these things, and especially knowing right from wrong, because you don't want to piss off the Lord just so he could give you a hard judgment. It's just, meditate so you know right from wrong, what you should be doing and what you shouldn't do.
I have one. This is the book of Joshua. 1:8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. So we constantly have to keep this word in our mind. So like that we can be in tune of what's going on as far as in prophecy, how our righteous ancestors reacted to certain situations, how they overcame, how they kept their faith, how to deal with certain situations according to the scriptures, what to do, what's really actually right from wrong, without just thinking we already know it. That all that comes from meditating upon the scriptures of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Once you do that, you'll be able to prosper in your walk of life. You'll be able to be in tune with the prophecies of what's in store, why things are happening, and what's about to happen. You'll be able to finesse, so to speak, and maneuver through situations with wisdom, and yet still keeping your integrity, so on and so forth. If you're not meditating on these things, you're not going to be able to how to react, and your reaction, more than likely, especially if you're not meditating on these, is going to be a carnal and wicked reaction. Something that doesn't please Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, something that could lead you to death. So we got to constantly keep this in our mind, so that our reaction could automatically, without even thinking twice, be according to the scriptures, and we automatically know why certain things are happening.
John, as the book of 2 Timothy 3:16, all scripture is given by inspiration of the Most High, and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instructions in righteousness, because these are the Lord's instructions. Is the whole blueprint right here. Is the do and the don'ts. It says that the man of God may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. And so these things, these scriptures right here are very important, man. Because you're not leaning upon your own understanding, but you're leaning towards Yahweh Shem Yahushai. His wisdom and knowledge of the Lord is dealing with you.
This is Deuteronomy 6:6. It says, "And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart," meaning your mind, "and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thine hand, and they shall be as frontlets between thine eyes. And thou shalt write them upon the posts of thy house and on thy gates." So In other words, we constantly have to have them in our forefront, constantly have to be meditating upon them. So what? So we could walk according to them, and we won't offend Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. We could understand what times we're in, because all that goes into meditating the words of the Lord. It says that, I believe is in Sirach 39, the first verse, where it says that what? He that meditated upon the law of the Most High shall be occupied in prophecies. Roughly paraphrasing it. How are you going to be occupied in prophecies? Understand why things are happening, what's about to happen, so on and so forth, if you're not meditating upon the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. How are we going to walk according to the Spirit and not according to the flesh if we're not meditating upon the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushai? See, the reason why these people in this world are the way that they are is because they're not meditating upon the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's why they're bug out. That's why their decision making is horrible. That's why they lack judgment. That's why they lack understanding. So if we don't want to be like them, we got to be on point, and meditate upon it, so we could be in tune with the Spirit, so to speak. Revelations, the third chapter in the third verse. I mean, the first chapter in the third verse. It says, "What blessed is he that readeth, and keepeth these words of this prophecy, and doeth them." Why? Because it's truly a blessing, man. Once you're full of the Spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, which is His word. Once you have that understanding, because then this is basically, in other words, these are like cheat codes on how to maneuver, and literally live your best life, where you're able to enjoy the earth without hurting it, enjoy people around you, enjoy yourself, all of that,
John, is the book of Psalms 1:1. Blessed the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doeth he meditate day and night. That's the best mindset you could ever be. Just, meditating upon how to please Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, putting your body under subjection, not leaning upon your flesh, because a lot of these people, like how it said right there, they walk it in the counsel of the ungodly. They just want to, profit their flesh. They're trying to do their own thing instead of pleasing the Lord. Because like how it says right here in the book of Ecclesiastes 12:13, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear of God and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. The whole duty of man is to please the Lord. If you're not obedient and living your way of how Yahweh Bashim Yahshai told you to do so, then the Lord's gonna judge you, man. All right, because it says in the scripture, rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. So we should all be scared to go off against the Lord, and having that mindset, as I said right there, that fear, man, that fear keeps you in check, knowing that Yahweh Bashim Yahshai could give you an ultimate judgment just for something you did. If you're meditating upon those things, and you'll try your best not to go off.
God.
Well,
This is is that it?
yeah.
Revelations 1:3. It says, "Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand." And when you go into that word, readeth, it's
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it goes into distinguish between recognize, to know, accurate, to acknowledge. So, in other words, knowing how to distinguish the scriptures, what they actually mean, how to properly use them. When you constantly meditate upon them and give your time to wisdom, the Lord will lead you to the right way, and give you the right breakdowns, whether you through just him himself, and you automatically just, oh shit, damn, I just realized this means that, or for the most part through the brothers, you know. But it only happens when you meditate upon him, and when you do that, the Lord will help you out, and you'll be able to distinguish everything, man. You know how to use what scripture when, you know, when to use it, how to use it, you know, the different angles you could use it, you know, how to peep when motherfuckers are using them wrong. You know, all this comes by meditating. We have to meditate upon the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai so we may be able to do all these things. How is it we call ourselves Hebrew Israelites if we're not meditating upon the word? You know, we're supposed this word this word is compared to what? To a sword. You know, how are you gonna not know your own sword? If you have a sword, you're supposed to be able to do all kinds of tricks, know how to hold it. You know, not know how to hold it if you want to throw it, know how to hold it if you want to swing it with one hand, two hands, so on and so forth. You know, but the same thing with this word. You know, when we meditate upon it, we're able to do such things because we're practicing. We're becoming more and more used to them, familiar with them, and learn with them. You know. That's why it says, blessed is he that readeth. In other words, blessed is he that understandeth. Blessed is he that's meditating upon the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You know?
John. Well, that was the whole point of the lesson, you know, that it's very important to meditate upon the law, statutes, and commandments, man, to meditate on the Lord, because, you know, our flesh profited nothing. But hey, our spirit reaching out to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, that's what's really important, man. Building up that relationship with the Lord, all right? Because we already turned our back against the Lord, and look what happened, man.
Mm-hmm.
But if we were meditating, seeking out the Lord daily, as scriptures talk about, it was in us to go away, and now we got to seek out the Lord 10 times more, man.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, Lord willing, this video was edifying. With that, we'd like to end off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and elders. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to the Yaki and pushing his word with truth and sincerity with charity. With that, Shalom, Baba Ball.